Oh, hello, great readers. I'm Belchan.
I'm Nimikung.
I'm Banchan.
In this class, I'll read to all of you. Clip. Of in a companion picture of A Tale of Two Cities, book the second golden thread.
As.
Ah.
A Tale of Two Cities, book the second golden thread. Charles Dickens. Job. Live in a companion picture. Sydney said Mr. Stryver. On that self-same night, all morning, to his jackal, mix another bowl of punch. Sydney had been working double tides that night, and the night before, and the night before that, and a good many nights in succession, making a grand clearance among Mr. Stryver's papers before the setting in of the long vacation. The clearance was effected at last. The Stryver arrears were handsomely fetched up. Everything was got rid of until November should come with its fogs at Misrek, and fogs legal, and bring grace to the mulligan. Sydney was none the livelier and none the soberer for so much application. It had taken a deal of extra wet toiling to pull him through the night. A correspondingly extra quantity of wine had preceded the toiling, and he was in a very damaged condition. He had steeped it at intervals for the last 6 hours. "Are you mixing that other bowl of punch?" said Stryver the portly, with his hands in his wristband, glancing round from the sofa where he lay on his back. "Man, look here. I am going to tell you something that will rather surprise you. To think me this, and not for money. I don't feel disposed to say much. I am not going to guess. At 5 o'clock in the morning, with my brains frying and sputtering in my head. If you want me to guess, well then, I'll tell you," said Stryver, coming slowly into a sitting posture. "Sydney, I rather despair of making myself intelligible to you." "And you," returned Sydney, busy concocting the punch. "Come," returned Stryver, laughing boastfully. "I know better. You are luckier." "I don't mean that. Say gallantry while you are about it," suggested Carton. "Well, I'll say gallantry. My meaning is that I am a man," said Stryver, inflating himself at his friend as he made the punch. "Who cares more to be agreeable? Who takes more pains to be agreeable? Who knows better how to be agreeable? In a woman's society." "Go on," said Sydney Carton. "No. But before I go on," said Stryver, shaking his head in his billing way, "I'll have this out with you. You've been at Dr. Minnett's house as much as I have, or more than I have. I have been ashamed of your moroseness there. Your manners have been of that silent, insolent, and hangdog kind, that, upon my life and soul, I have been ashamed of you. It should be very beneficial to a man in your practice at the bar to be ashamed of anything," returned Sydney. "You shall not get off in that way," rejoined Stryver, shouldering the rejoinder at him. "No. Sydney, good that you are a devilish old conditioned fellow in that sort of society." Sydney drank a bumper of the punch he had made and laughed. "Look at me," said Stryver, scoring himself. "I have less need to make myself agreeable than you have, being more independent in circumstances." "I never saw you do it yet," muttered Carton. "I do it because it's politic. I do it on principle. And look at me. You don't get on with your account of your matrimonial intentions," and said Carton, with a careless air. "I wish you would keep to that." He asked a question with some appearance of scorn. "You have no business to be incorrigible," was his friend's answer, delivered in no very soothing tone. "I have no business to be. At all." "That I know of," said Sydney Carton. "Anne, don't let my announcement of the name make you uncomfortable." "Sydney," said Mr. Stryver, preparing him with ostentatious friendliness for the disclosure he was about to make, "because I know you don't mean half you say. And if you meant it all, it would be of no importance. I make this little preface. Certainly." Sydney Carton looked at his punch and looked at his complacent friend. Drank his punch and looked at his complacent friend. "You made mention of the young lady as a golden-haired doll. The young lady is Miss Mennett. Kind of way. Then I might have been a little resentful of your employing such a designation. But you are not. You want that sense altogether. Therefore I am no more annoyed when I think of the expression than I should be annoyed by a man's opinion of a picture of mine, who had no eye for pictures, or of a piece of music of mine." Sydney Carton drank the punch at a great rate, drank it by bumpers, looking at his friend. "Now you know all about it," said Mr. Stryver. "I don't care about fortune. She is a charming creature, and I have made up my mind to please myself. On the whole, I think I can afford to please myself. She will have in me a man already pretty well off, and a rapidly rising man, and a man of some distinction. It is a piece of good fortune for her, but she is worthy of good fortune." Carton, still drinking the punch, rejoined. Carton, still drinking the punch, rejoined. "Well said," his friend Stryver. "You take it more easily than I fancied you would, and are less mercenary on my behalf than I thought you would be. To be sure, a pretty strong will." Then I have had enough of this style of life, with no other as a change from it. When he feels inclined to go to it, when he doesn't, he can stay away. And I feel that Miss Manette will tolerate any station, and will always do me credit. So I have made up my mind. And now, then Old Bay, I want to say a word to you about your prospects. You are in a bad way. You know, you really are in a bad way. You don't know the value of money. You live hard. You will knock up one of these days, and be ill and poor. The prosperous patronage with which he said it made him look twice as big as he was, and 4 times as offensive. Anne, let me recommend you, pursued Stryver, to look it in the face. I have looked it in the face, in my different way. Look it in the face, you, in your different way. Why? Provide somebody to take care of you. Never mind you're having no enjoyment of women's society, nor understanding of it, no tact for it. Find us somebody. Find out some respectable woman with a little property, somebody in the landlady way, or lodging letting we and marry her against a rainy day. That's the kind of thing for you. Now think of it. I'll think of it, said Sydney. To be continued.